on the Power Hour right now. We're going to get into some NFL rapid fire. I love this segment. 5 NFL games. We've got 5 minutes. Start it off. Who have you got first? Hey everyone, don't forget to check out Caesars Sportsbook. They are a new sponsor. They are letting you wager up to $1,250 for your first bet. If you don't win, don't worry. You'll get 100% of your stake back as a free bet. And win or lose, you'll get $1,000 reward credits and $1,000 tier credits. All you have to do is go to Caesars Sportsbook and use the promo code PICKSFUL. Dolphins at Ravens. Okay. Ravens favored at -3.5, the total 44.5. Tell me, what did you see from these teams week one? A lot of people like the Dolphins. What's going on? What do you like?
Well, Baltimore started off slow against a bad Jets team and then mowed them over late. Dolphins just the opposite. They started off pretty good in the first half. Second half, they didn't do much. Now, granted, they were up and their defense played really well. And New England just did not look great at times, especially when they needed it on third downs. I like this Dolphins team, though, at 3.5. I know it's a tough road spot. First home game for Baltimore, so that's always a tough spot. I just think it's going to be really low scoring. I think the Dolphins could lose by 3. You still win. So getting that extra hook here, I really like it. I was thinking like 17-14, one way or the other. One of these teams kicking a late field goal. So give me the +3.5 with the Dolphins here.
All right, next game. We've got Washington at Detroit. The Lions favored at -2. The total set at 49. Who do you like, the Commanders or the Lions?
I like the over in this game a lot. I actually did this as a full breakdown earlier in the week. I think this is a Lions team that's going to score a lot of 24 to 27 points on most games because their offense is really good. And their defense puts them on the field a lot because they give up quick touchdowns. Washington, they really should have scored a lot more last week. I mean, there was a couple turnovers in the second half by Wentz. A couple of times they didn't score in the red zone. I think this game goes way over. If Washington wants to stay in this game, they better score because this Detroit team will score lots of points this year. I like the over 49. I even see some 49.5s out there. Either way, I like it over.
All right. No matter what you're seeing out there, we're taking the over. Patriots at Steelers, this marquee matchup, that a tale of franchises, man. You've got my Steelers, not the favorite in this one. Patriots favored actually at -1.5 coming to Acrisure Stadium. Now, Mac Jones has had some questions. Is his back okay? Yep. But on the other side, the Steelers, Najee Harris has had some foot concerns. TJ Watt is out. So how is this affecting your approach?
I'm guessing the Watt injury has this game swung because I really thought Steelers would be favored by 1 to 2 points. I did too. So I'm shocked here. I'm going to take the points. I mean, you have, as good as Bill Belichick is, Mike Tomlin is like one. If he's 1A, Mike Tomlin is 1B. If I'm starting a franchise, I want to put a coach. That's how good he is. I mean, his offense was terrible last week, and they still beat a very good Bengals team. This defense is going to be good this year. It's a bounce back. They were great last week, got lots of turnovers. I think that's the key this week. Bunch of turnovers that Steelers get at home. I think Steelers +1.5. I don't think they're going to be missing kicks this week, so I think they're going to win outright. But let's take the 1.5.
I think it should be a better week for kickers. Let's hope, because I'm going to assume they all were getting their ears chewed out in practice over missing last week in the NFL. But yeah, TJ Watt, the team doesn't have the best record without TJ Watt. Actually, when he does miss, I think they're like 0-4. But needless to say, they haven't had the defensive weapons that they've had in the past, like how good Minka Fitzpatrick's gotten without him. So I like taking the points on that as well. Don't forget, you can get Craig's weekly pass for only $99 going to picksandparlays.net/Craig. All right, let's move into another game. Your Bengals at the Cowboys. Craig, fun fact, I just saw Pro Football Focus put out that the Bengals offensive line was in their top 10 for offensive line so far this season. I don't know if you agree with that and now the offensive line talk we've done so far, but tell me, what do you like in this one?
Really tough loss. I mean, you turn the ball over that many times and you still have the chance. I mean, if you just make an extra point, you win the game. Obviously long snapper issues, and that's what caused, at least that's what they're saying, caused the missed kicks. But to me, it's a Cowboys team. We saw Dak Prescott being out, that's one thing. If you had a backup quarterback, that's okay. But you have a backup quarterback with no weapons. I mean, they saw this last week. They could not do anything. They went and got a field goal to start the game. They didn't do nothing after that. Now, it's a good Tampa Bay defense. So is this Bengals defense. Look what they did against Pittsburgh last week. Remember, 7 of those points were on pick 6 on the first passing play of the game for the Bengals. So that Bengals defense was really good against, I think, a better Steelers offense. So I like the Bengals here -7.5. I know it's a little bit of a square play, but sometimes you just got to you're betting the games in front of you here, and the Bengals are the better team. I think the Bengals put up 30 this week, and I don't see the Cowboys getting over 17. So to me, I think the Bengals win and cover here.
Yeah, I think the only thing the Bengals have to worry about is Micah Parsons. And other than that, I think they'll be okay. And just hopefully Joe Burrow doesn't have as many turnovers, which someone of his caliber shouldn't have to really worry about that. He should be okay. Falcons and Rams. Rams at minus 10.5 in this one. The total at 47. I was not happy with what the Rams were doing in week 1. Stafford did not look the same to me, but what do you like?
Well, the one advantage the Rams do have, they played on that opening Thursday night, so they have the extra time. So you do have more time to fix issues and to get healthier. But the problem is, I don't think these are issues they're fixing this year. I think unless they add OBJ and some offensive line help, I just don't see that this team being a lot better than they were in opening game. Now, granted, the Falcons aren't the Bills, but I think the Falcons shown that Saints team, in my opinion, is going to be one of the teams to beat in the NFC this year. I think they're going to win 9, 10, 11 games. So to me, you played right with them. Probably should have won that game, lost on a last second field goal. I like that Falcons confidence. I like this new coaching staff and what they've done. I think getting 10.5 points is just way too many. You can dominate the NFL and keep it within a touchdown. So I think it's pretty safe play. Let's take the Falcons in the 10.5 here.
Yeah, I actually kind of like that too, especially that Rams defense did not look the same without Von Miller. And he took advantage on the other side to prove to them why he was still with it in the NFL. I like those picks a lot, Craig. Remember, if you want Craig's picks, you can go to picksandparlays.net/Craig. He has a weekly pass for only $99. And remember, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We are live on the Power Hour Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Craig.